Clean and professional script rewrite. Welcome in everyone. Some of the most important weeks of the NFL offseason are officially underway, and several major topics are trending that could reshape the league moving forward. There are potential rule changes, trade rumors, quarterback competitions, and more happening behind the scenes. So let's break down everything you need to know. Replacement officials for the 2026 NFL season. Let's start with the situation involving NFL officials. The league and its officials are currently negotiating a new 6-year collective bargaining agreement. As part of those negotiations, the NFL reportedly offered about a 7.5% increase in pay per year over the next 6 years. However, negotiations haven't been smooth. There's already discussion about the possibility of replacement officials being used if a deal cannot be reached before the 2026 NFL regular season begins. And if that sounds familiar, it should. Back in 2012, the league used replacement referees during a lockout, something many fans remember because of the infamous Fail Mary game involving the Green Bay Packers and Seattle Seahawks. That situation caused massive controversy and ultimately pushed both sides to reach an agreement. The NFL clearly wants to avoid that type of chaos again. But if negotiations continue to stall, the league appears prepared to use replacement officials temporarily until a deal is finalized. Browns propose major draft pick rule change. Next up, a fascinating proposal coming from the Cleveland Browns. The Browns have suggested a rule change that would allow teams to trade draft picks multiple years into the future. Right now, teams can only trade draft picks 3 years ahead, but Cleveland wants to expand that window to 5 years. This type of flexibility already exists in leagues like the NBA, where teams regularly move picks far into the future as part of big trades. The idea was reportedly presented to the league's competition committee, and it has generated mixed reactions around the NFL. Some teams like the creativity it could bring to roster building, while others worry it could create long-term risk if franchises mortgage their futures. The Browns actually withdrew the proposal before a vote, but league officials believe the idea could resurface in the future, especially if teams become more interested in expanding trade flexibility. A.J. Brown trade rumors. Another story gaining attention involves A.J. Brown and the Philadelphia Eagles. Reports surfaced suggesting that teams had called about Brown's availability, which quickly led to speculation about a potential trade. However, Eagles GM Howie Roseman shut that idea down pretty quickly. Roseman made it clear that A.J. Brown is still a Philadelphia Eagle, and there's no intention to move him at this time. Right now, it appears to be more about teams checking availability rather than a serious trade discussion. Still, the situation is worth monitoring as we move deeper into the offseason. Quarterback competitions to watch. Finally, let's talk about two teams that could have interesting quarterback battles this offseason. Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings appear headed toward a quarterback competition. Rookie J.J. McCarthy is expected to be a major part of the team's future plans, but Minnesota also added Carson Wentz, giving the team another experienced option. The Vikings may not rush McCarthy immediately, especially if they want him fully healthy and ready before throwing him into the starting role. So this could turn into a true competition during training camp. Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Falcons could have a similar situation. Veteran Kirk Cousins is expected to be the starter, but the Falcons drafted Michael Penix Jr., who is returning from a past ACL injury and will be working to prove he's fully ready. Atlanta will likely take a cautious approach with Penix early on, making sure he's completely healthy before any serious competition begins. But eventually, the Falcons will need to decide when, or if, they turn the offense over to their young quarterback. Final thoughts. There's a lot happening around the NFL right now. Potential replacement officials, possible rule changes, trade rumors involving star players, and major quarterback